and we are continuing to listen to the fans to bring back, whatever they tell us to consider.
My question to PlayStation, my question to Shuhei, Yoshida, are you guys really listening? Because it's been 2 years since everything happened with our push on building a list. Our community came together to show you that there's still a fan base out here that is waiting for the return of our favorite online multiplayer shooter of all time. We came together, we did petitions, we got the original people who created the game, the creative director, the original designer, we got them to sign the petition. We got Gio Corsi, who does the building the list campaigns on Twitter. We got him to acknowledge that we got on the list. We did a poll that won greatest PlayStation 2 game of all time, SOCOM 2. Back in 2010, we were at the top of the PlayStation blog share, where you can give your ideas for how to improve the PlayStation experience. And SOCOM 2 HD was #1 with a positive score of 14,444, and it was closed and archived with not even a second thought. In comparisons to first and second, SOCOM 1 and 2 outsold Ratchet and Clank. Massive numbers. We owned Xbox Live. One game on your platform owned all of Xbox Live in terms of player population. At the time that we were doing building the list, Crash Bandicoot was banding together, and their community was pushing for Crash Bandicoot, and you guys acknowledged them, you acknowledged us, and now at the end of the month we're getting a Crash Bandicoot remake, a collection remake, the Insane Trilogy. What's insane is the fact that we have been asking for years for you to just bring the game back, and for whatever reason, every year Sony decides to ignore the SOCOM community, and I don't understand it. I'm usually pretty good at figuring out what it is that makes certain decisions happen. This isn't one of them. We have over 10,000 people in a SOCOM community on PS4, and we have so many others who don't even own PlayStations, who tweet us every day saying that if they could play SOCOM on a PS4, they would buy one in a heartbeat, which tells me that this is a console seller for our community. But every year, you guys actively ignore the SOCOM community, and I don't know why. So I'm sure you can understand my confusion when this year, during E3, speaking on PlayStation Live, we have Worldwide Studio President Shuhei Yoshida saying that he is listening to fans to bring back whatever they tell them to consider. If there's a particular franchise or classic game you'd like to make a comeback, now's the time to start making noise. And my question to you, when is our time? What else do we have to do to show you that we will support a project like this in droves? You guys gave Shenmue the platform to show that community that they could come together on the main stage. You brought them up and you started a Kickstarter just to see how many people were interested. Why don't you give us that chance? Mr. Yoshida, I don't know if you're ever going to see this video. I know you saw the last one that we sent you. The letter explaining why we want a game back, why our community has been harping on you for years to get it back. You acknowledged it and you said that there's no plans, and I respect you for saying that. But I ask you, when is the time going to be that you do make plans? Every excuse that we can come up with for why you don't see the dollar signs here is ridiculous. The fact that, yeah, Zipper Interactive, the original creators of SOCOM, are no longer here, that obviously doesn't matter, because you have Bluepoint, who are remaking Shadow of the Colossus, which was announced at this E3. So the developer being away doesn't matter. Is it the money? Do you not see the potential here to make hundreds of thousands of dollars? I'm not saying you're gonna pull Call of Duty numbers, But what I am saying is you are going to have an active community on an active shooter on the PlayStation Network. There are people out here willing to play via land tunneling systems just to get their fix of SOCOM 2. And they're growing every single day because everyone in this community is losing faith that you guys just won't ever show us some love. We outsell everybody when it comes to SOCOM 1 and 2. We outsell almost every single PlayStation 2 classic that you have outside of the Grand Theft Autos. But when you're talking exclusive games, we outsell almost everything that you have brought to the table. But yet you still don't see the potential. And I'm confused. Even if you don't have anything to show, why couldn't you announce, like Nintendo did during their E3 conference, that something is just in development? And if it's not in development, I want to know why. What is the reason? Or is what you're saying at PlayStation Live false? Is it fake? Are you just trying to promote fan service that you don't care about? What is it? You're asking people to make noise. We were asked to stop tweeting because your guys were hit up so much in 2015 over SOCOM. How much more noise do we need to make an impact and get through to you that we are willing to give you hard-earned money for a chance at a real SOCOM experience like we had during the SOCOM 1 and SOCOM 2 era? What else do we need to do? Because I'm confused. The facts are laid out on the table in front of you. And what you're leaving on the table is a lot of money. For I don't know what reason. If you see this video and you were a SOCOM fan, I want you to share this to Yoshida. I really want an answer. You said no, and I can respect it, but now you're asking people to make noise again. How many years are we going to have to do this to finally get you to acknowledge and do something about it? Let us know, because our community has been in limbo for far too long.